Hey guys, this is Martin Rooney from Training for Warriors. I want you to come and check me out at the UFC Fan Expo at the Mandalay Bay, May 28th and 29th. I'll be in the MMA Diehards booth. We're going to have books, we're going to have Warrior Challenges, and we're going to have free giveaways. We're also going to see the unveiling of the Dan Miller signature shirt, and I look forward to seeing everybody out there in Las Vegas really soon.
Joe Rizzo here for MMA Diehards at the Barnes & Noble in Paramus, New Jersey, following Martin Rooney's book signing, and had a pretty good crowd there.
Tonight it was awesome, Joe. I wasn't sure who was going to show up at 7 p.m. There weren't many people here, but at 8 p.m. there was about 100 people here tonight. A lot of people that that I knew, but a lot of people that I didn't know. So the word is getting out about the book. We gave a great discussion for about 45 minutes about the places all over the world that we went, and man, I was just really excited about the support and what the people think about the book.
The book is called Ultimate Warrior Workouts, and it is exactly that. It's a compilation of different workouts that you saw from around the world, and it also has history and philosophy behind these workouts. You talked a little bit in your speech tonight in front of the crowd about the conceptualization of it, and tell us a little bit about how you came up with the idea.
Well, the idea was, what I was worried about is MMA is, it's a lot about my life, but at the same time, there are things that I think, as it being such a fledgling martial art, there's stuff still that we're missing from the old martial arts with MMA. And in particular, I wanted to do a preservation attempt. I wanted to still go and look at those individual arts. I wanted to see what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was really about, what Judo was really about, what's the philosophy of Muay Thai. And I was amazed at what I found in terms of the concepts of respect and honor and discipline and work ethic, and these are the things that make the martial arts great. And I wanted to have those concepts in there, the training concepts in there, so that the fan of MMA today, when they watch a UFC and they say that's a judo guy versus a jiu-jitsu guy, or that's a guy that's got Muay Thai, or that's a guy that's a kickboxer, now by the end of reading this book, you're not only going to understand what that means, you're going to know what these guys are about, how they've trained, and I think ultimately everybody have more respect for the martial arts.
People are not familiar with some of the fighters that you train and get them into condition. Give us some of the big names.
Well, one of the biggest names, the guy that started it all for me, was Renzo Gracie. That was over 12 years ago. I worked with UFC fighter Sean Alvarez as we were coming up, and then it was Ricardo Almeida, Rodrigo Gracie. That kind of transformed into some of the current guys right now. So I've worked with Frankie Edgar, Jim Miller, Dan Miller, and then countless world champions in different arts. So Roger Gracie did the forward for this book. He's the current world champ in Jiu-Jitsu. Braulio Estima is in this book and in the other book. World-class wrestlers, world-class fighters, and those and judo players as well. So Olympians in many different sports. The list is really, really deep, but I think that does say a lot about, you got to have the experience of doing it at a high level to be able to bring that information to somebody else.
And what do you feel is the best thing about this book in terms of personal fulfillment?
I guess I would say that this book to me was, you got to take a chance, or you got to take a risk. I threw that idea out there. I said, hey, I want to travel the world. I want to go to 15 different countries. I want to study the martial arts with the last living masters. I want to get beat up. I want to see what the culture's like. I want to try the food. And you know what? A lot of people told me, hey, man, you're nuts, or this wouldn't be something you should do, or hey, don't worry about that, or it's too crazy, it'll never happen. And the fulfillment is that this book that I hold right in my hands right now, it was an idea at one point. It was an idea that I had that now it's real, and tonight's May 4th, it's the opening night, and I've been waiting for this night for 3 years. And when you see a 3-year project come together and then 100 people come out and they tell you how awesome it is, like, that made it, all the stuff that I went through to make this happen, worth it.
1,000 pictures in the book. Which is your favorite?
The favorite shot in there, it'd be easy to say. I'll go through the list and I'll show you my favorite. It'd be easy to say, and I know right where they are. Let me get this one for you. A lot of people love this one. Guys, this is a 7-foot Dutchman kicking right over my head. And if you think that's not scary, have somebody swing a baseball bat inches within your head as fast as he can. That one is one of my favorites. This one right here, Sambo in Russia, and man, I was really nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I got my butt kicked that day, but it was rough. Then we go to, man, look at that. That's what they call core training in Thailand right there. Kicking your rib cage in until the bones thicken and your muscles just get used to absorbing that force and that power. And there's so many pictures like that, but the picture that means the most to me, guys, and the one that hopefully everybody enjoys, that's me there with my kids. Tonight somebody asked me what was the hardest thing I had to do on this trip or to make this book. The hardest thing was to leave these 3 girls at home each time and have to tell them I was going to be gone for weeks at a time, training in countries where I didn't know if I was going to come back with broken arms or missing teeth. But this shot right there is the one that means the most to me because they were here tonight. They got to sign some books for people on this page. And this is the one that, hey, it means the most to me. There'll probably be ones that mean more to everybody else in there, but that's my personal story for that one.
Okay, that's Martin Rooney, and you can go get the book where?
Anywhere books are sold, you can get them online. Right now, guys, the crazy thing is Amazon.com, $19. I will challenge you to find a book that has as much information, as much a 6-month workout, a full diet plan for $19 out there. If you can find it, I want to read it.
Okay, Martin Rooney, thank you very much. Good luck with the
Thanks,
book,
Joe.
and I'm sure we'll be catching up with you quite often and quite soon. Joe Rizzo for MMA Diehards.